welcome to the Windsor High School News Show for April 27, 2023. I'm your host, Dillon Henson, and I'm excited to bring you with the latest school news and updates from our community.
Hello, Wizards. I am Cody Starck. Hey, Dillon, why did the banana go to the doctor?
I don't know, Cody. Why did the banana go to the doctor?
Because it wasn't peeling well.
Hey, Cody, what do you call a bear with no teeth?
I don't know, Dillon. What do you call a bear with no teeth?
A gummy bear.
In other news, it's that time of year again when our students are getting ready for the biggest event of the school year, prom. Two of our reporters, Kinza Sagal and Anicia De La Garza, have been out and about talking to our students about their preparations for the big night. Let's check out the latest in our prom news package.
Athens is the capital of Greece, the oldest capital in Europe and one of the oldest cities in the world. It is named after the Greek goddess of wisdom and battle strategy, Athena. The Greeks voted for Athena to be their tributed goddess after gifting the town an olive tree. Athens is known for its immaculate architecture dating back 3,400 years. That's between the 11th and 7th millennia BCE. The most notable structure still standing is the Parthenon, a marble temple dedicated to Athena. Athens is also home to 148 theater stages, the highest globally. Back in the 1800s, Athenians invented democracy, where they could vote on important situations, but they have experienced almost every type of government. The Greeks are known for their production in olives, wine, fish, and grains. The population grew from 140,000 in 423 BCE to a staggering 1.3 million this year, 87th in the world.
Yes, my name is Michael Thompson. The theme of prom this year is A Night in Athens. It was an idea that was kind of put together with the prom planning committee, which is mostly junior class officers from student council, but then also just some responsible juniors, because that's typically who puts on prom, is the junior class. And so early on in the year, last fall, we met as a group a few times and then went over some possible candidates for the theme, and that was the one that the group decided, because it's both, it has a classy overture to it, but it can still play kind of the formal, a little bit of history tied in there. There's a lot of good motifs that you can utilize for decorations and whatnot with that theme. Well, so After Prom Committee is a totally separate committee from what we do on the Prom Planning Committee, but I can tell you it is at Urban Air, immediately following prom, from about 11 to 1 or 11 to 2 if I recall correctly. And if you've ever been to Urban Air, it's kind of what you expect. There's trampolines, there's a ropes course, there's go-karts, and some important information for your listeners, though, and your viewers, would be to remind them that they need to have different change of clothes for Urban Air. They can't wear prom attire, no heels or anything like that, because they just go straight through the trampolines. But on top of that, there won't be any food served there other than, I think, one dish, and that'd be cookies. But otherwise, just kind of a typical after prom celebration of, all right, you've danced the night away, one last celebration, and then the prom festivities are at a conclusion.
I'm Sydney.
I'm Jordan.
It's gonna be fun.
Yeah, we have a small group of people that are putting a lot of effort into it, so we think it's gonna turn out really good.
The seniors actually at the beginning of the year wanted something that was Mamma Mia themed, and so we came up with A Night in Athens.
Thanks to reporters Anicia De La Garza and Kinza Sagal for that exciting look on our students' prom preparations. We can't wait to see everyone looking their best and having a great time on the big night.
The annual Johnny Jacoby Greenhouse Plant Sale is this weekend. This plant sales event that helps to raise funds for the FFA program, and all the plants were grown in the greenhouse and planted by students. I caught up with some of the greenhouse members to talk about the sale and the greenhouse in general.
Our greenhouse has been at the school for a little while now, but what exactly is it used for? The greenhouse can be used for a number of things. Not only does it provide a place for many different plants to grow and thrive, it provides a very good learning opportunity.
So we have a really nice greenhouse here at Windsor High School. It's completely temperature controlled, so even when it's super cold and snowing outside in the middle of January and February, it's nice and warm and tropical in our greenhouse. So it keeps it pretty much at a consistent 70 degrees in there, and then also in the summertime it keeps it nice and cool so we can grow plants in there as well. So it's completely temperature controlled in terms of humidity, temperature, and yeah, very, very state-of-the-art, and it allows us the perfect conditions to grow plants year-round.
The greenhouse is located on the west side of the school. It is mainly run by Miss Spohr. Many different students get to use the greenhouse as well. Floriculture and horticulture classes get to use the greenhouse a lot during second semester, but the intro students get to use the greenhouse to grow jalapeno plants during first semester.
So I teach a horticulture science class, and in that class they start seeds in January, and they plant them, they transplant them, and take care of them all the way through the end of April. And then on April 28th, we actually have a plant sale that we open to the public.
An annual thing that the greenhouse is used for is the plant sale. The plant sale will be taking place from Friday, April 28th to Saturday, May 6th. Weekdays, the plant sale will be open from 4 p.m. to 5:30 p.m. And Saturdays, the plant sale will be open from 9 a.m. to 2:30 p.m. Come on by and purchase a variety of different plants to support the Windsor FFA chapter.
Thanks to Cody for showing us more information on the plant sale. As we all know, our teachers work tirelessly to provide us with the education we need to succeed. And today we have the opportunity to show our appreciation for their hard work here at WHS.
We here at the WWVN wanted to give a shout out to some of the teachers, so we spent more time with the students to get their feedback. Here's more information.
Probably Miss K too, Miss Camshaw. She always has snacks and I like to eat, so it just kind of goes hand in hand.
I would say probably Miss Smith, the catering teacher. She's always nice to me, have her for advisory, always great to be around.
Probably Mr. Wilson. He made me want to be like a better athlete and a better student. I want you, Willie.
Definitely Mr. Wilson. I love Mr. Wilson. He's like my favorite teacher ever, so yeah, for sure. Yes. I want you, Willie.
Probably Miss K because she's nice and she's fun.
I would say probably Mr. Ash. He's been a pretty good science teacher to me, helped me out a lot with grades and everything. I would have to say Mr. Hill. I love Mr. Hill. I love coming to his class every single day.
Probably Mr. Bator because he's been really friendly and just a really nice person.
My favorite teacher is probably Miss Smith because she's very supportive of all the things that you need to do, and she's very loving.
Favorite teacher is Miss Smith because she's very understanding and very nice and always is there for me.
Miss K because she always checks on us and makes sure we're okay.
Mr. Bosshart. Miss Ashleman because she's been my advisory teacher for a long time and she's really nice and cool.
That would be Mr. Bator because he's really a relaxed teacher and very understanding, and he just always is in communication with you and would always understand if you had any problems.
My favorite teacher would probably be Mr. Bator because he's really funny and understanding, and even like the hard work he assigns us, he makes it easy, and he's just really easy to talk to and really nice.
My favorite teacher is Miss Smith. She is very loving and has the biggest heart and treats all of her students as her own. Yeah.
Favorite teacher is Mr. Vassa because he always has fun classes and he always likes to tease you and have fun. And his classes are really fun and easy.
And now, a special event that's long awaited by students and staff. It's the grand opening of the new school store. Here's more information about this ribbon cutting.
First and last name, spell it please.
Jack, J-A-C-K, Gustafson, G-U-S-T-A-F-S-O-N.
All right. So how does it feel for the school store to finally be open?
It's a great feeling. We've had a lot of ups and downs and a lot of obstacles that we had to kind of work our way around. And, it took a lot of people and a lot of effort, and it feels good to finally have it open for good.
Nice. What products are available right now?
So as of right now, the woodworking class has put forward Adirondack chairs and cornhole, and then floriculture has some flower arrangements, robotics has keychains, and our welding department is putting forward some hitch covers, so some custom-made hitch covers.
Sweet. And then where do you hope to see the store in the future?
I hope to see the store involve like most every department, so anything that we can get to the students is gotten to the students, and anything that can help, benefit our departments as far as financially goes. That's the overall goal, and I hope to see it kind of expand there. You can find it at wizardworkshop.org.
Windsor High School currently has 20 students from Germany staying with host families while visiting Windsor High School and also participating in other activities. Ms. Schultz and Ms. Ward are overseeing the visit by the German students. We caught up with Ms. Schultz and some of the German students about this wonderful trip.
So both groups, the German students and the American groups, fill out a big profile application, and we read through all of those, and we hope we have kind of a equal number of matches, and then we run background checks and have lots and lots of meetings to make sure everybody's comfortable, and then we start the planning process of giving them all the activities for these 2 weeks, and then they come here. Culinary takes some of them and this year they're making Apfelstrudel together, so that's really fun. And then Bosshart in PE helped by teaching them flag football. And then Miss Fox and Miss Plowman took them up to Rocky Mountain National Park yesterday for hiking. And then we did a whole day in Denver touring the stadium, the Broncos Stadium, and getting to see a bit of our big city.
Oh, I think squirrel is a bit difficult.
I go with squirrel too. Squirrel. Streichhölzchen.
What does it mean?
It's a matchbox.
Okay, there's a really long word. It's Rindfleisch-Etikettierungsaufgabenüberwachungsübertragungsgesetz. It's like a law for something, I don't know.
I think it's Eichhörnchen.
What does that mean?
Squirrel.
The school, because you can like go on your phone in the mid of the lesson. You can't do that in Germany. So, yeah.
Probably how the cities are made. Like this is really straight streets and everything. In Germany or in Europe in general, the cities sort of formed, they were not made.
If we talk about school, I think it's the size of the school. Like we have the same amount of people, but the school is just 3 times bigger or something. And I think also the traffic is very different. Some of the cars that are driving here are not allowed in Germany.
That's all the time we have for today's Windsor High School News Show edition. We hope you found our coverage engaging. Fun fact, this entire script was written by ChatGPT, the program, and I am a robot.
Until next time, I'm Cody Starck.
And I'm Dillon Henson. That's another epic banger of a news show. Stay tuned in 2 weeks for our final news show of the year, Spectacular. See you then, Wizards.